Don't let luxury lead you to eviction. Hey y'all, it's Lola and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I post new videos every week. Today I'm going to be sharing a couple do's and don'ts and general tips for moving into your first apartment. For some background context, I'm 23. I live alone in a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment in Charlotte. I moved back in September, so it's been about 6-ish months now. And I didn't move like right after like college or anything. I stayed at home and kind of saved up before moving. Tip number 1 would definitely be to know yourself and know how much financial responsibility you can and can't handle. Especially with luxury being this huge buzzword these days, everyone is so wrapped up in having a certain aesthetic. Who doesn't have floor to ceiling windows? Who still has a white refrigerator?
Who eats boneless chicken?
And if you only take one thing away from this video today, don't let luxury lead you to eviction. Along with being honest with yourself about how much you can handle, you definitely want to take an honest assessment of your financial status and give yourself enough time to have your credit in order, a pay stub readily available, 2 to 3 times the amount of rent that you're supposed to have. You're definitely gonna need first and second month's rent, as well as the money you need for the deposit. Definitely don't be in a rush to move. Give yourself at least 6 to 8 months to have all those things in order. So like your credit and all of that, give yourself the time to like make sure you are set to go. Tip number 3 would be definitely to have a budget. It's easy to get overwhelmed while you're moving and kind of lose track of the expenses that you're gonna be piling up. I'd also advise having a rough estimate on how much you want to spend for utilities and bills and all of that, and keep track of that so you know that you're not going over budget. Check the description box down below for the exact spreadsheet that I use. It's an Excel spreadsheet and you just kind of add the numbers and it does all the totals for you and you don't even have to think about it, just plug and chug. Tip number 4 would be to create a list of what your ideal living situation would be. Think of location, distance from work, number of bedrooms, if you'd rather be in the city, or soccer moms and minivans are your thing and you'd rather be over there. If you would rather have your utilities included with your rent, anything that's a non-negotiable for you, keep track of it and use it to narrow down your options later. Next tip is kind of up to you, but as a general rule of thumb, never move into a unit that you haven't seen physically with your own eyes. Last thing you want to do is to pull up thinking that you get in this luxury apartment and they got you in a bando. If you absolutely can't make it to the site, you can kind of do what I did with a couple units that I visited and just have them give you a virtual tour, but do an in-depth virtual tour. So I had them FaceTime me and walk me through every corner and crevice of a unit, ask all the questions. I had them flicking on all the lights, open up the oven, show me that there's carpet where I thought there was gonna be carpet, show me that there's hardwood when I thought there was gonna be hardwood. Ask every single question that you want in that tour. Kind of going along with being in depth, the next tip is to not be afraid to ask questions. You're paying entirely too much money and your quality of life for the duration of your lease is on the line. So if you care about the pet policy, whether or not you can bring people to the gym with you, if there are even certain amenities, definitely ask those questions and get them answered. Along with asking questions, you definitely want to ask if there are any rent specials going on for the time that you're thinking of moving in. Sometimes you can get 1 to 2 months free or just a lower rate overall. Tip number 7? We're gonna go with 7. Tip number 7 would be to avoid choosing the first apartment option that you see. I'm all about taking notes, making lists and all of that. So definitely keep a list of pros and cons for each apartment unit that you see and weigh your options at the end of the day. You don't want to sign at the first place you see and then later on see another apartment complex that has lower rent or more amenities or whatever, and now you're stuck in a lease at an apartment complex that you're gonna hate. The next tip is to avoid moving in the middle of the month if you can, because they will definitely run your pockets when you move in and run your pockets again at the first of the month. And then all of that could just be super stressful and annoying, just trying to get your utilities, your lights, your gas, water, Wi-Fi, all of that in the middle of the month, calling this person, calling that person. And it's just like, no ma'am, no ma'am. Tip number 9 is to be smart when it comes to decor. You gotta remember, like, this is your first apartment and you're most likely not gonna stay here for the rest of your life. So as exciting as it might be to like decorate your place, you gotta remember that everything does not need to be CB2, Joss and May, and Crate and Barrel down. Definitely spruce up your apartment with a few statement pieces, but think ahead and be like, will I ever want this $4,000 coffee table? Like, will I take it to a new apartment? Will I take it to a house? Just gotta think ahead. Yeah. Also be strategic with your purchases. There's a whole bunch of supply chain issues, so furniture is being backed up for like 4 to 6 months. So as soon as you're ready to move and have all your like financial planning and stuff done, start looking for your bigger pieces of furniture, like your couch, your bed, things that might take a little bit longer, so you can start planning for that now. That way, while you're still saving and planning and all that stuff, by the time you're ready to move in, you will have like your bigger pieces of furniture and hopefully get it delivered as soon as you're ready to move in. And you're not gonna be on the float. If you plan accordingly, you can kind of work it out so it's like the transition is seamless. Like for me, I moved in and like 2 days later, my bed was already delivered. Final tip, tip number 10, is to be patient with yourself and just kind of take your time. Like I've been out here for 6 months and I'm still trying to figure out my life. My room is still a hot mess. Y'all will see in the apartment soon, so stay tuned. Moving is a lot of work in general and it can be stressful, but it's also an exciting time. So don't look at what Sally Jane and Bobby Sue are doing. Definitely take your time. Like this is your space, this is your area.
This is your space, this is your area.
Nobody's gonna check you. All right, y'all, those are all the tips I have today. If I left anything out or you just have any other questions about my move-in process, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Stay tuned for the apartment tour. It's coming real soon. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post new videos every week, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
Don't be so shy.